This is Roy with Peter at Michigan Kickboxing Academy, and today we're going to show you how to defend the overhand right. A lot of amateurs have difficulty with the overhand right, and today we're going to take a look at why that might be and some ways to deal with it. So one problem with the overhand right at the amateur level is you might get a guy who's not a very good striker, so he's throwing very short punches, he kind of kicks like this, and then all of a sudden from out of nowhere he just drops this huge hammer on you. And it's that contrast that I think gives a lot of people difficulty. And also the fact that the overhand right can be confusing, especially if you don't have footage of your opponent. And even if you do, at the beginner level, people are developing so quickly, it could change by the time you see them across the cage from you. One difficulty is all the angles. You can throw a very technical curving right hand. You can throw a more looping one. You can step way offline. You can do it almost like a straight sledgehammer. Lots of ways that's going to come. It's going to come very fast, and some of those counters that people have great videos on, I personally like them. You can check out one by taking it to the mat that I particularly like. They can work, but I think we want to work on some high quality defense into immediate follow-ups to bolster our counters that we might have also worked on. One way to make defense a little more safe is whether I'm doing tight cover or wide cover, to back that up with my right hand. So wide cover, I might put it here. Tight cover, I might put it here. Because with tight cover, there's still some space for the MMA glove to get through. With the wide cover, there's lots of lines for him to still sneak through. That's in fact what the overhand right's designed to do, is sneak around my lead hand defense. So by backing it up a little bit, I get a lot more insurance with minimal consequence, because I can get that back to a guard position likely faster than my opponent can follow up with a follow-up attack. From there, we want to work on counter hitting options. So if I got both hands up, back fist and hammer fist are the way to go. I find from here, even setting up a pretty solid left hook is actually kind of time consuming, because I have to turn my elbow up, whereas I can just go right from the cover. Whether that's a wide cover or a tight cover, I can hit right away, disrupting his body, and then follow up with my striking. So when Peter throws the overhand right, I'm going to go here, and then just, if he's holding the glove, I'm going to bang, bang. If he throws again, tight cover, bang, bang. If you have time to step offline or step into it to cut off the power, that's great. But again, I find if I'm trying to stay in the pocket and he comes just as I'm being flat-footed, sometimes all you got is throwing your guard up. This still sucks, better than getting punched in the face. So what we're working on is basic defense, but following up immediately, because a lot of the time that overhand right is going to force us into basic defense rather than sweet counters. So why don't we invest some time on following up after basic defense? To work this in a drill format without the pads, if we both have boxing gloves on, I'll just be holding like their mitts, calling for the jab, maybe the right hand, and then I'm going to return the overhand right. And it's okay if every now and again you do different defense, but we want to get some reps in of just doing the tight cover and follow up with the strikes. Good. 1, 2, 2. Get it. There you are. Good. You know, a lot of times, just like our lesson on the spin kick, we feel like we can't punish people enough for throwing these high-risk moves because we're so busy with defense. So we want to work on a technique that gets us offense right away, even from a very safe defending position. This is Roy with Peter at Michigan Kickboxing Academy. Keep your chin down, elevate your striking.